guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this all-new 2023 Kia Carnival LX with a seat package.
And huge thanks to Malik at Regal Kia in Lakeland, Florida for making this review possible. These guys have an impressive dealership. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car or SUV in the Tampa Lakeland area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Malik.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Carnival is Kia's all-new multi-purpose vehicle slash minivan released in 2022, taking over the Sedona platform, which was Kia's minivan since 1998. So it lasted for about 23 years before being replaced with this Carnival. The North American variant of the Carnival was brought here last year for 2022. Of course, this is the 2023 LX with the seat package. So pretty much a base model. The LX is the base model, starting around $32,000. The seat package bumps us up about $2,600 to $34,600. What do we get for that money? Let's see what we get. So up front, you notice your LED headlamps, full LEDs for the high and low beam, LED daytime running strip too. This snow white pearl paint is absolutely gorgeous in this Florida sun. Updated Kia badge brought to us for 2022. I'm liking the black grille too. Really clean contrast with this white paint. We get some aluminum trim surrounding the black grille area. No forward facing camera for the LX trim. However, the higher trim levels are available with the forward facing camera and also a 360 camera. I like the airflow, functional airflow in both of the corners. No front parking sensors, but again, this is a trim that starts under $35,000. The wheel and tire setup also kind of basic. These are just 17-inch rims, but since we only have 17-inch rims, these tires are very beefy. We get the 235/65 R17 Hankook Dynapro HP2 all-season tires. So as far as ride quality, I'm excited to see how smooth this MPV really is. The mirrors, I'm liking the black and snow white pearl contrast with an LED turn signal in the middle. The glass fills up the entire frame. Blind spot monitoring on the glass. Black trim surrounding the windows, so no shiny chrome at all. We have a little bit more of that brushed aluminum trim in the rear area. Smart access up front and a push of a button to open up the sliding rear doors as well. We can take a quick look at this window sticker, see all the standard features on the 2023 Carnival LX with the seat package. Snow white pearl paint, gray interior. The standard LX features, you can pause, take a look at all of these. We get a 3.5-liter gas direct injection V6 engine, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Not the same V6 that we get from the Telluride. The Telluride uses a 3.8-liter V6. However, even though it has a slightly larger displacement, both engines make virtually the exact same power. This motor making 290 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque. The Telluride's 3.8-liter V6 making a whopping 291 horsepower and 262 still pound-feet of torque. But the standard feature is pretty loaded when it comes to driver assist technology. As you guys can see, the seat package for about, as we mentioned, $2,600 includes the 8-passenger seating with second row child minding seat, power adjustable driver seat with lumbar control, and the Syntex faux leather seats, heated front seats, leather wrap steering wheel, and shift knob. The options include this $500 beautiful snow white pearl paint, carpeted floor mats for $200 after a $1,300 destination charge. Total price sitting about $36,500. Really good value, 22 miles per gallon, 19 city, 26 highway. That's helped because of these low rolling resistance tires. Out rear, the gas cap is a push to open, and you simply turn and fill up your Carnival, and it does take 87 octane fuel. The rear wheel and tire setup, same thing, only difference will be a smaller brake caliper, LED taillights out rear, turn signals, and the reverse lights beneath. Shout out Regal Kia in Lakeland, Florida for making this review possible. Updated Kia badge out rear, rear facing camera, third brake light up top with a wiper integrated in the spoiler area, which is a thumbs up for me. I like it. Definitely cleans up the rear styling. Carnival badge right below your Regal Lakeland, Florida sticker. Reflectors, rear parking sensing. But other than that, we can take a squat back here, start this 3.5-liter V6 up, and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 3.5-liter V6 sold by Kia for the 2023 Telluride LX with the seat package. We can open up the hood as soon as you figure out this latch. Unfortunately, we do not get struts, at least for the LX seat trim level. But we get the prop rod set up. Here you have it, your 3.5 liter V6, making 290 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this 4,411 pound MPV to 60 around 7 seconds, maybe even a little bit quicker if you get a good launch. So very good power, especially for the price point, guys. This thing is $35,000, under $35,000 for the base price after destination and this beautiful paint, about $36,500, but still an incredible value. We'll check out the interior right now and you'll see what I'm talking about. Little tricky for the prop rod, but we can take a step back. You can get one last look at those beautiful daytime running lights. The front styling in general, definitely the best looking in my opinion when it comes to really any minivan on the road. But other than that, as far as the interior, this is also extremely impressive, especially for a base model. Again, we get smart access for the driver and a front passenger, but taking a step inside, the door panel is beautiful. We get soft touch for the upper portion, aluminum surrounding the aluminum door handle, which has great weight resistance, Syntex padding area for the center and the armrest, auto one touch for the driver, power windows for the passengers, four-way adjustable mirrors. Solid audio system. Is just a base sound system, but it still sounds pretty impressive for an LX seat package. The lower area has very decent storage. We can fit 2 footlongs with no problem and a 20-ounce water bottle right next to it. The seats, perforated Syntex, very soft faux leather trim, fully adjustable. You have the lumbar recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats. Very nice design, solid bolstering extensions, and the headrest pretty soft as well. But as far as the interior in general, it is a really hot day today in Lakeland, Florida, so let's stand in some AC. But the first thing you notice is the steering wheel. Typical with like all Kias, the steering wheels are very impressive. Pretty thick for the rim, solid 10-2 bolstering notch. 9-3 fits your hands just about perfectly. The horn area has the updated Kia badge. The horn is pretty aggressive. People will definitely be getting out of your way. The adjustments on the left side, voice commands mode for the AM, FM, and Sirius. Volume, skip, call. You can hang up and answer your phone calls. Favorites on the right side, cruise control, lane keep assist, and the infotainment adjustments. Speaking of that, we have our LCD cluster. It's about a 4.5-inch screen, which is configurable with this button and this to go up and down. We can see our digital speedo, drive info, sense refueling, accumulated info, right back to the digital speedo, user settings, units, reset, driver assistance, cluster, doors, lights, convenience, units, and the reset again. Tire pressure, you have to be driving to see. Attention level, and our advanced safety features, which is probably my favorite screen to look at all times. The gauges include a analog tachometer, which goes to about 6,700 with the coolant temperature beneath, 160 for the speedometer with the gas gauge beneath. The turn signal stocks have a very satisfying click. Kia and Hyundai have been killing it with that. Auto headlamps, auto high beams, no rain sensing wipers for a base LX trim, but that is available on the higher trims. You adjust the intermittent function with this stock in the center. To the left of the steering wheel, interior lighting, lane keep assist again, active steering on the steering wheel, and you can disable your traction control. You can open up your rear doors just by holding these buttons for the left and the right, and you can turn off the power door function if you would like to for one reason or another. Tilt and telescoping steering wheel, you can open up your hood with that latch beneath, and you can take a look at your gas pedal and brake pedal. The dashboard has a hard plastic for the frame, but the dashboard itself is a really soft stitched trim. Very impressive, and we get an 8-inch touchscreen too for a base LX trim too. So check out the menus. We don't get navigation, but we get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as phone projection through Bluetooth. Voice memo, radio, rear climate setup, user manual, all can be seen through your display. My personal favorite to look at all times would probably just be I guess media, see what songs playing, but we currently don't have any song playing. Beneath we get our 2 air vents, which integrate really flushly with that aluminum stick that carries out nicely to the far passenger air vent. Aluminum trim beneath. We get the engine start stop button, which is illuminated. Hazards, no automatic climate control, but I personally use manual climate even in vehicles with auto climate, so not a big deal to me. You can just adjust the vent speed and temperature to the left. The rear air vents can be disabled by a click of a button, and you can adjust the rear temperature and vent speed. So if your kids are in a car seat, they can't adjust it themselves, you can do it from the front. 3 USB ports, no USB-C ports, no wireless charging pad either, but that's of course available in the higher trims. The gear selector controls your 8-speed automatic transmission. You can manually shift the gears in the improper directions by downshifting and upshifting. No paddle shifters, wouldn't really be expected in a minivan. I guarantee you none of the customers are worried about that anyway. 2 cup holders with a little phone slot and a pass-through so you can lay a phone across too. Electronic parking brake with auto hold. Drive mode select. We get eco mode, normal mode, sport mode, and smart. We'll start the review off in normal, transition into sport, and just see what the differences are heated seats, which is a nice feature for this trim level. We're not going to use those, of course. It's like 90 degrees right now in Lakeland. Parking sensors you can disable. Parking camera you can access at all times. We get guidance lines and trajectory. Of course, that happens also when you put the vehicle in reverse. You press the button one more time and you go right back to your home screen. And a passenger heated seat as well. The armrest, pretty soft Syntex contrast stitching. I'm liking the beige design to it. You open it up, it is massive. You're fitting at least a 12 pack of 20-ounce bottles. Very spacious console, and you get a little bit of additional storage right in front of it. The glove box is openable by a latch. It's very wide, not very deep. I'd expect you to fit maybe 20-25 license plates if you could fit 2 across. You're easily fitting 2 pairs of shoes in here because it is very wide. Pretty impressive, guys. The rear view mirror is pretty much frameless. It's not auto dimming. You can dim it by pulling this latch back here. Interior lighting doesn't look like it's an LED. I may be wrong. We don't get a panoramic moonroof either. That is available on the higher trims, and it's also an option on the LX or the seat package. But with our price under $37,000, really can't complain when it comes to the features that we do get. That's about it though when it comes to the front seat. Let's hop out back and really check it out. I'm pretty impressed with the front seat. As far as the back, oops, went the wrong way. We got like the suicide doors like Rolls-Royce. You press the button and the doors open right up automatically. The rear seats, super impressive. Unlike the Australian markets or most foreign markets, the American markets don't allow you to have the rear facing seats, but these are still super configurable. That center seat is removable and you can turn into a table too. Really nice when it comes to the back seat. The floor is also very low. So that's the reason you go with a vehicle in this segment compared to like a full-size SUV. Getting in and out of this thing is basically effortless. It's just as low as like a Mazda 3 getting in and out. But to close the thing right back up, you press the button and the doors close automatically. Pretty nice. And as far as like the quality of the door panel, everything's hard plastic for the upper portion. The middle portion's also hard plastic, but not a big deal because you get this really soft armrest over here. So the areas that you are going to be touching have a nice soft touch texture. The windows back here also open up. Very large piece of glass. As you can see, it's not an auto one touch. The grab handle is a aluminized plastic. Pretty nice spot in the lower corner to fit up to like a 20-ounce bottle. But anyway, behind the seats we get cargo nets, 12-volt, 2 cup holders with a pass-through. Kind of reminds me of a truck when it comes to the location. USB ports inside of both of the front seats, and a nice little hook where you can put a suit if you're on your way to work. The legroom in this minivan is also absolutely absurd. I feel like I'm inside of a limousine. I can just recline back here with no issues, and the seats do recline, so you can have a nice tilt and lean back. As you see, we're leaned back pretty well, so very adjustable seats. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to fold this thing down with just one hand, but I'll try my best. And you do so, it exposes like a nice table area, and you can take this entire thing out by pulling this latch back here. You pull this latch, this entire piece is removable with one hand. It's probably not going to be possible for me to do. Behind this little table area, we get 2 cup holders with these flappy things that keep your drinks in place, 2 slots for a phone or 2 phones. The climate controls are in the upper right corner. Unfortunately, both of the rear passengers do not get it. I would kind of like it if both passengers had that panel to control the rear climate, but not a big deal. I guess the main person will be sitting in this seat anyway, so you can push that seat as far forward as you'd like. But other than that, guys, really impressive when it comes to the second row. Let's check out the third row real quick. Check out the trunk and then take this thing out for a drive. So to access the third row, you simply pull this latch all the way back, pick this armrest up. It's tough to do with only one hand, but you can slide this thing forward and it allows us pretty easy access into the third row, which has 3 seats in it, so you can fit 8 passengers in this vehicle. And to pull this thing back to where it was before, you just slide it, re-recline. I'm a little bit over 6 foot, and I still have at least an inch of space for my knees, plenty of room for my feet. And as you mentioned, this thing is removable, so you can have like a captain chair set up front, which will allow even more space for someone like me. There is a center seat, but if you have 2 people that are 6 feet tall, it's going to be basically impossible for somebody to fit in the center area. However, there is a seatbelt interior lighting, which is not currently on. Neither is it back here, and the vents are currently not on back here, so it is starting to get a little bit hot. So what you see is basically what you get. 2 USB ports in the corner, hard plastic for the armrest. It would be nice to get some padded plastic. However, for a $37,000 minivan, really not a big deal. Solid storage, cup holder. So what you see, again, basically what you get. To get out of here, you pull this latch, push the seats forward, and pretty easy access getting out. Again, the very low floor helps tremendously. And to put the seat back to its original settings, doesn't even matter, but we can just lift this latch and push. So to close the rear door, you simply press a button. Everything is power and automatic. What isn't power and automatic is this tailgate. You have to lift and use your muscles to close it up, but again, really not a big deal for a pretty much base model. Check this out, with the third rows up, you get very deep storage. You get storage pockets too, so Kia really thought it through when it came to the practicality and usability. The floor is just so low, it almost seems like this would scrape if you hit a large bump. That's how low this floor is. And to get rid of these seats, all you gotta do is pull this latch, I believe. Nope, that's how you recline the seats. You have to pull this forward. Wow, that's some setup. And then push that forward. And same thing on the other side. You simply pull this thing forward or back, let the thing fall forward. Let me see if this thing actually falls and forms a flat floor. It does not, so you don't get a flat floor, unfortunately. But with this thing back here, you fold those rear seats down. I still expect you to fit at least a 70, 80 inch TV back here, because at the end of the day, if it's hanging over this little edge, it's not the end of the world. But as far as the storage in general, I'm very impressed with the Carnival. That really deep cutout will really help when it comes to overall storage. But we can close this thing up, take one more step back, get a look at the rear styling one more time. We'll take a quick walk around of this Carnival before we take it out for a drive. Again, I'm really impressed with the styling. The features are really impressive for a vehicle in the price point. Smart access for the door panels. The tints really clean up that side profile too. But other than that, that's about it for the inside and outside of this 2023 Kia Carnival LX. Let's take it out for a drive. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of this all-new 2023 Kia Carnival LX with the seat package. Let's take it out for a drive. And the first thing I notice is it's a very quiet interior. You really don't hear a whole lot. Even with just a single pane windows, we'll see this V6 engine once we take a step out right here. And it feels very smooth. Lean into a little bit. Yeah. Wow, it picks up a lot. Very sensitive gas pedal. We're only in normal mode, and at about like quarter throttle, we shot to like 4,000 RPM, but it picks up speed well. Cruising along at around highway speed. Very quiet. The visibility out rear is also excellent thanks to that really large rear windshield. We'll take a step out onto this little crossroad as soon as we get the chance. Cross over a railroad track and check out this vehicle's composure. All right, guys, stepping out. The gas pedal feels very responsive. Like, you barely lean into that gas. It feels torquey down low over the train tracks. Wow, the ride quality is downright excellent thanks to these extra beefy tires. We'll give this guy in front of us a little bit of space. See, he's going about 15 miles per hour. Hopefully he's he's turning. Even better. And come on, man, you can make it. Let's go. Yeah. Whew, feels tight too. The body roll is limited. Wow. Playful chassis for a vehicle this size. Look at this. This thing feels nice. But we got school zone coming up, so we're gonna calm down. Once we pass, I'll catch right back with you and we'll try an acceleration off the line. And right here, off the line, on the gas. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, this thing can get up and go real good. Try out these manual shift controls. Nice. Not really a rev match downshift. The steering felt a little bit delayed. And on the gas. Yeah, very delayed shift. Yeah, no rev matches for the downshifts either. The steering feels, yeah, it's like a little bit of understeer. But we don't have to beat it up a whole lot more. This isn't a sports car, but the performance is very solid. 0 to 60 around 7 seconds. It handles the corners surprisingly well. We could take a step out onto this little concrete road, see if we have any road noise. And in sport mode, really sensitive gas, like barely on the gas. And you are pretty high in the RPMs. You lose your overdrive too. So for regular daily driving, I'd keep it in normal mode. Even in normal mode, the throttle is pretty sensitive. The road noise though, extremely quiet. These tires are absolutely an excellent combination for this vehicle. I know most customers want like the 19-inch rims. They look a lot cooler, but these 17-inch rims are way more function over style because the ride quality is just downright excellent. far as the turning radius, we can try out a U-turn right here, and it is pretty decent. Not bad at all. Taking a step back out, just light gas pedal, smooth acceleration. Yeah, the V6 feels like it's just ready to go. Even the lower RPMs, it feels very torquey. All right, guys, one more time. We'll try it out in the manual shift modes. We'll start off in first gear. Ready, first gear. On the gas. Yeah. This thing will really get up and go. Throw right back into just regular automatic. Steering feels nice. It tightens up a little bit in sport, but it feels like artificially heavy. It honestly feels more direct in normal mode. You hear that? Ooh, that was only like a third throttle. So the transmission is really sensitive, whether you're in normal mode or not. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna try out Eco. See how it is in Eco mode. Yeah, it's a little bit more dull in Eco mode. You can lean into the gas and the transmission's not really very eager to downshift you. So we'll finish this review off in Eco. This actually might be where I would keep it for daily driving, because in the other modes it does seem to be a little bit sensitive, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because you get used to your car. You understand where the shift points are after about a couple days of driving. So either way, you get used to it. But as far as like ease of adjustment, Eco seems to be the most smooth and consistent. As far as a little pull in Eco mode, we'll wait for the school zone to end. We don't want to do anything stupid on camera, you know. And right here on the gas, yeah, Eco still responds like about third throttle. You downshift, go to about almost 4,000 RPM. So yeah, for daily acceleration, I'll just leave it in Eco mode. Might as well. The transmission is at its smoothest. The steering in Eco is the same as it is in normal mode. The only real difference is going to be your throttle sensitivity. But all in all, guys, I'm impressed with this all-new Carnival. It's really tough not to be impressed, considering the base price of this vehicle is $34,600 after destination charge and this $500 paint. A little bit under $37,000, but still an absolutely absurd value. I understand a lot of dealerships are doing markups on these cars, but even after the markups, the value of these vehicles is so strong that people still seem to buy them at a very high rate. But one more time, onto a highway, about half throttle. Yeah, lean into it. Yeah, this thing will get up and go. One more time though, as far as like the active steering system, let's see. Yep, it'll throw you right back into your lane if you don't use your turn signal. Great feature, but we'll take this thing back over to Regal Kia in Lakeland, Florida. And again, huge thanks to them for making this review possible. It's an impressive minivan. If I was in the market for a minivan, I don't think I would even consider a different one other than the Carnival. And this LX with a C package trim level is probably the way that I would go too, because with a base price well under $40,000, it's tough to beat. You get so much for your money. And again, huge thanks to Regal Kia in Lakeland, Florida for making this review possible. If you're in the market for a new car or SUV in the Tampa, Lakeland area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Malik, he's the guy who helped me get the keys to this really impressive 2023 Kia Carnival LX with a C package. And huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. I'm actually surprised as to how impressed I am with this vehicle. I'm more impressed with the price point before markups. It's just a really well-priced vehicle, $37,000. I think we can all agree on that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know I have endless gratitude for all the subscribers. You know, the channel is just not possible without you guys, and I really appreciate all the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars or trucks you'd like to see reviewed in this channel too. And I'll definitely try to get those videos for you as soon as possible. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.